Oh, goodness. -5. This might be the largest negative we've had yet. -$516 a month. Real estate investors, are you new? Are you struggling? And you're looking for better ways to close more deals? You're in the right place. Each week, I pick a random house off the internet, analyze it for a cash deal and a creative deal. When I started this podcast, my goal was simple. It was to help beginners and struggling investors close their first deal or their next deal, all while using low to no cost tools to analyze properties and craft strong offers. Welcome to the Corner Barn. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy, second generation realtor and investor with 19 years in the business. This is the weekly deal analysis. Let's get into the show. This week on the show, we are taking a look at 12143 Southeast 104th 4th Court. Goodness, that's a mouthful. In Happy Valley, Oregon. It is just outside of Portland. Let's take a look through these pictures and see what they're telling us. Not really. All right, so we got a blue sky here. We'll into these one by one. All right, so close to the pool. More than likely it is in a HOA, so we need new carpet, some drywall work. Well, this place is pretty beat up. Not hateful. Definitely needs to get rid of the, and so far I'm at paint and flooring. Bathroom could use a facelift, maybe just some fresh LVP or something in that bathroom. Eesh. This thing is ugly. All right, that's all they're going to tell us in the photos. So this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,650 square feet, 2-car garage, community pool. Wow, 4,600 views. That's a good bit here. A fantastic opportunity. Property offers tremendous value. Investor. Updates needed due to prior squatters. Sold as is. Short sale. Ah, that makes more sense. Only 43 days on the market. That's almost 100 views a day. HOA is 1107 a month. That's pretty high. What else are they telling us here? Median age 44, 43% renters. Average household income is almost 140. And what else can we find in here? What is property taxes are high. So they bought this in 21. I bet they have a good interest rate. Or that amount. I'd selling it at 250. Now we're at 230. It's moving in the right direction. Warranty deed. Mortgage history. All right, so it's an FHA loan. Originated 2.7. That's nice. 290 outstanding balance. What's this? Ooh, I bet this was a claim. 75. And then 2 months later, another. Wow. I'm not 100% sure what this means, but I'm pretty sure these are FHA loan claims. I really don't know enough about them to give you a lot of details, but if you have questions, drop them down below and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Any other comps? No comps? Goodness. Ooh. When did they drop the price to where they're at now? At this time of the recording, this was about 10 days ago. So maybe we just throw our offer out at 200? What the heck? Let's see if 200 works. I'm winging it on this one here. I think we pulled out everything we can off of homes. Now we're going to jump over to the InvestNest and break this thing down for a cash deal. Got it pulled up here on the InvestNest. Love this site. It is super user-friendly and very easy on the pocket. Um, there will be a link below for 1 week for free and 50% off of your first month. Try it out, see if you like it. If you do, come back to this video and leave me a comment. Hey, it was great, or I didn't really like it because of. I always like feedback. Another great thing about this, they do include skip tracing. They don't charge extra for it. So if you are a cold caller or wholesaler or something to that, here's how you get that information. Pretty easy. Finance detail. Let's see if we can dig more into here. So they're showing these two. All right, so this stuff's popping up on here as well. See if they're saying estimated mortgage balance at 305. Wow. Yeah, they're really upside down. So what I thought earlier was those were the FHA claims. So they just keep tacking stuff onto the mortgage. It was down to like 280, I guess. But realistically, they probably never paid a dime on this thing. I'm assuming. Um, estimated value at 258. Estimated rents 2630. Those are pretty high rents. Estimated mortgage payment 2000. If they didn't have all of those extra two liens on there, this would be one heck of a sub two transaction. But let's keep digging. So for anybody that does not know what a short sale is, it means that you are trying to sell the home short of the loan amount that is owed on the property. There's really nothing short about the process. I've done over 100 of them, and the fastest one was about 2 months. The longest one that I've personally dealt with was about 13 and a half months. And that was the first investment property I ever bought almost 20 years ago. All right, let's run some numbers and see what we can find. 1/4. Purchase price. We said we're going to offer 200. I think it's worth more, but let's just see what these numbers look like. That closing cost, we're going to up this to 4% because we're going to pay both sides, buyer and seller. Our lender is going to charge us 2 points. That's really how they get paid. Cost of improvements, I would say between flooring, paint, and some other stuff, we're probably going to spend about $30,000. And that is strictly a guess. I do want to roll that into my loan. Plan on putting down 25% at a 6.8% rate because that's roughly what they are. 30-year term. All right, our rental income is saying 2630 from the InvestNest. I'm going to check HUD, and they're saying 2619 for a 3-bedroom. And then, of course, rentometer or rentometer. Their median is almost 3,000. So the lower 25% is that 2470. I think we're going to go with, let's just try to shoot the middle and go for the medium because once we're done renovating this place, it should shine. So we'll do 29.95 for our rental price. 2995. Property taxes look about right. Insurance, I like to factor in $125 a month or $1,500 a year. Our property manager is going to cost 10%, and we did have an HOA of 1107, and the tenant's going to be paying the rest of the utilities. Reserve fund, or I call it my war chest, 5% for repairs and maintenance, vacancy loss, and capital expenditures, or CapEx. That's going to be your roof, your HVAC, basically your deferred maintenance that needs to be cleaned up. So 15% off the top every single month goes into that war chest. Plan on appreciation rate value of 2% per year and a rental increase at 2.5% per year. And we are real estate investors. We don't pay full commissions. So I dropped that down to 5. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. You were looking to see if it cash flowed. I know. If you haven't done so already and you've watched this far, hit that like button for me and share this with somebody who may else find some value in it. Oh, goodness. -5. This might be the largest negative we've had yet. -$516 a month. Wow. That is bad. I don't see how that works because our mortgage payment is 1124. Did I put something in here wrong? Hang on. Yeah. All right, we'll go back and look at that. So this is just the principal and interest payment, not the taxes and insurance. So we offer 200,000. We're going to put down almost 60 at just shy of 7%. Cap rate is 3.65. DSCR is just over half, meaning that it's not even a 1-to-1 ratio. Cash on cash, negative almost 9%. Goodness. Return on investment, -55 or 0.55%. But hey, 1% rule, it works. This is why I don't like the 1% rule, because it doesn't work. It's saying this is a 1.5. It's not even close. All right, so our total income is here. Our mortgage is here, and our war chest. And I mean, it's the taxes and the HOA are really killing this thing. Really, really killing it. You're looking at 15 years just to turn positive on this thing. And you're probably around 8 years to just get what you put into it back. Now we're going to do my favorite part and jump over and analyze the creative side. This is my creative calculator. You can get it off my website, christhompsonteam.com. A link will also be below in the show notes. So overall, I think this is probably worth about 250,000. So let's see if we can't offer them 250,000 at a 2% interest rate. All right, now our PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, we're going to jump over to bank rate to break down our mortgage payment. Got it pulled up here, and it is 225. I only want to put down 5% at a 2% interest rate. Property taxes are 406, 406, 25, 1107. All right, so that looks about right. And that is saying our PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And that is going to be 2428. This one ain't going to be any good either. 2428. And we said our potential rents were 29.95, and we even went high on that. Gross cash flow 563, still negative net because we're putting them at 450 into the war chest, 300 to the manager, and we're paying for everybody else to make money. Cash to the seller was 11,250. Agent commissions, $1,000 maybe if we can get away with it. There is no assignment fee because we're not working with a wholesaler. Closing cost is that same 4%. Cost of renos, we said we're about $30,000. 2 months of holding is 2 months of that PITI or mortgage payment. No arrears that we're aware of in this scenario. We're pretty sure there are arrears. And a good TC or transaction coordinator will cost you about 1,500 bucks. So right around that $60,000 mark as well, and a 20, almost 27-year rate of return just to get your original capital back. Well, I don't know about you, but I think this deal is horrible on a cash and or a creative, which the bank's just going to have to foreclose on this thing, wipe all the stuff out, and pray that they find somebody that actually wants to live there. Because I do not think this is going to be a good deal for any investor. Property taxes are too high, and that HOA fee is way too high. That's going to do it here for us this week on the weekly deal analysis in the Corner Barn. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. We'll catch you next week.